Are you settling or just plain setting yourself up for heartbreak? Alright, let's get right down to it. You're here because something in your gut is telling you that maybe, just maybe, the fella you're with ain't exactly Prince Charming. Maybe he's more like a frog you keep kissing, hoping he'll change, but all you're getting is warts on your self-esteem. You're investing your time, your heart, your precious energy into someone, and you're starting to wonder if you're pouring it all down a bottomless pit. Today we're gonna talk about some cold hard truths. We're gonna lay out 7 signs that the man you're with might not be the one, and in fact, could be a one-way ticket to Heartbreak Hotel. Now this ain't about bashing men, this is about empowering you, Senior Alex's viewers, to recognize when a situation ain't serving you, so you can make choices that honor your worth. Because let me tell you, your happiness is non-negotiable, and you shouldn't be wasting a minute on someone who doesn't see the incredible value you bring to the table. So if you're ready to get real, to stop making excuses, and to start looking out for number 1, that's you, then you're in the right place. Go on and hit that subscribe button like this video because we're about to unpack some serious wisdom that could save you a whole lot of tears and wasted years. Let's not tiptoe around this. Let's dive in and figure out if he's truly your fella, or if it's time to tell him, adios, amigo. The case of the disappearing future. Is he planning with you or just playing with you? He avoids making future plans with you. I'm talking about simple stuff like, hey, there's this concert in 2 months, wanna go? Or my cousin's getting married next spring, I'd love for you to be there. If he gets squirrely or changes the subject, then you need to put your listening ears on, because his actions are speaking volumes, darling. A man who sees a future with you includes you in it. It's about him picturing his life and you being a part of that picture. You deserve clarity, not confusion. Contrast that with a man who's genuinely into you and sees a potential future. He'll be excited to make plans. He'll talk about things he wants to do with you. He'll ask for your input. Radio silence and mixed signals, decoding his communication catastrophe. Next up, let's tackle this beast, inconsistent communication. I'm telling you, communication is the absolute lifeblood of any healthy relationship. It's the oil that keeps the engine running smoothly. When that communication becomes erratic, unpredictable, or downright confusing, it's like throwing sand in the gears. Sooner or later, the whole thing is gonna grind to a screeching halt, and you'll be left wondering what in the Sam Hill just happened. What does inconsistent communication look like? Oh, you know the drill. He's all over you one day, texting, calling, making you feel like the center of his universe. Then poof, radio silence for days. Your texts go unread, your calls go to voicemail. Then, just when you're about to write him off, he pops back up like nothing happened. Maybe with a lame excuse or no excuse at all. This hot and cold push and pull routine is a classic sign of trouble, folks. Why is this so detrimental? Because it breeds insecurity, anxiety, and a whole lot of self-doubt. You start questioning yourself. Did I say something wrong? Is he mad at me? Is he losing interest? You can't build trust, you can't build intimacy, you can't build a solid foundation when you're constantly walking on eggshells, wondering which version of him you're gonna get today. That's not a partnership, that's a psychological roller coaster you didn't buy a ticket for. And let's talk about the "I'm busy" excuse. Get out of here with that. Everybody's busy, we've all got lives, jobs, responsibilities. But let me tell you a secret. People make time for what and who they prioritize. If he truly values you and the connection you share, he'll find a minute to send a text to let you know he's thinking of you, even if he's swamped. The invisible woman, why are you a secret he's keeping? Alright, let's move on to another critical sign that you might be wasting your precious time. He doesn't introduce you to his friends or family. Now this is a big one, folks. When a man is genuinely proud of you and sees you as a significant part of his life, he wants to show you off. He wants the important people in his world, his buddies, his siblings, his parents, to meet you, to know you, to see why he's so smitten. It's a natural step in deepening a connection. So if weeks turn into months, and maybe even longer, and you still haven't met anyone who matters to him, you need to stop and ask yourself some hard questions. Why is he keeping you separate? Are you just a temporary amusement, someone he doesn't see fitting into his larger life picture? Is he ashamed of you, or perhaps, is he ashamed of and using that as an excuse? Or, and this is a tough one to swallow, is he hiding something much bigger, like another relationship or a life you know nothing about? He might offer up a whole slew of excuses. Oh, my family's crazy, you wouldn't want to meet them yet. Or it's just not the right time, things are hectic. Maybe he'll say, I like to keep my world separate, it's just how I am. Listen, while there can be legitimate reasons for a slight delay, If this becomes a pattern of active avoidance, these excuses often start to sound mighty thin. They're deflections, designed to keep you at arm's length from his inner circle. Think about the significance of these introductions. Chapter 4. The Too Busy Blues. Are you a priority or just an option? Let's dig into this next one, a classic excuse. He's always too busy for you. People are busy. We've got jobs, commitments, hobbies, families. Life in the 21st century is a whirlwind. But here's the kicker. Too busy often means you're not a priority. Think about your own life. When something is important, you make time for it. If he's consistently too busy, ask yourself, where do I rank in his life? Relationships need time and attention to grow. Without it, they wither and die. You can't build something solid on neglect and maybe next week. And how does this make you feel? Unimportant, that's for sure. Alright, let's talk about a dynamic that'll drain the life right out of you, the one-way street relationship. You know what I mean? It's where all the attention, all the focus, all the conversation seems to revolve around his day, his problems, his achievements, his needs. A relationship is supposed to be a partnership, a give and take, a two-way street with traffic flowing in both directions. If you feel like you're constantly yielding to his topics and his agenda, then Houston, we have a problem. What does no interest in your life actually look like in practice? It's subtle sometimes, but oh so damaging. He rarely asks about your day, and if he does, he doesn't really listen to the answer. He doesn't inquire about your dreams, your passions, your struggles, or your triumphs. When you do try to share something about yourself, his eyes might glaze over, he might interrupt, or he'll quickly pivot the conversation right back to himself. It's like talking to a beautifully sculpted brick wall. Why is this so critically important? Because mutual interest and engagement are the absolute bedrock of genuine connection and intimacy. It shows that you see each other, that you value each other's inner worlds, that you care about what makes the other person tick. If he's not curious about you, if he's not actively seeking to understand your experiences and perspectives, then he's not truly connecting with. He's just connecting with the reflection of himself that you provide. The impact this has on you is profound and deeply undermining. Let's wade into this next critical area. He avoids serious conversations like the plague. Look, life isn't always a walk in the park, and neither are relationships. Real grown-up relationships involve navigating some choppy waters together. You gotta be able to talk about the tough stuff, disagreements, hurt feelings, future plans, concerns about the relationship itself. If your fella consistently shuts down, deflects, gets defensive, or turns into a comedian every time you try to have a meaningful, serious discussion, that's a blaring siren, not just a red flag. What does this avoidance of serious topics look like? Oh, it can take many forms. He might crack a joke to change the subject when you bring up something that's bothering you. Alright, we're at our final sign, and this one can be a real heartbreaker. He's still hung up on his ex. Now let me be clear, everybody comes with a history. Most adults have past relationships, and that's perfectly normal. It's part of what shapes us. But there's a Grand Canyon-sized difference between having a past and letting that past dictate your present and sabotage your future. If his ex is still playing a starring role in his thoughts, conversations, or behaviors, then you, my dear, are likely in for a world of hurt. What are the telltale signs that he's not quite over his former flame? He might talk about her constantly, and it doesn't always matter if it's good talk or bad talk. The sheer frequency is a red flag. He might make comparisons between you and her, either overtly or subtly. Maybe he still keeps a prominent display of mementos from their time together, or he's still in very frequent, emotionally charged contact with her for reasons that don't quite add up, like we're just friends when the vibe feels anything but. Why is this an absolute deal breaker, or at the very least a major cause for concern? Because you cannot, and I repeat, build a healthy new future with someone who is still emotionally tethered to their past. You deserve to be the leading lady in your own love story, not a stand-in, a replacement, or a rebound. You shouldn't have to compete with the ghost of a relationship that's supposed to be over. So there you have it, signs that the man you're with might be wasting your time, energy, and heart. Recognizing these signs is one thing, but doing something about it, that takes courage. It's easy to make excuses and cling to good moments, ignoring red flags. But ignoring reality just prolongs your unhappiness. This is about self-respect and self-preservation. You deserve a relationship that lifts you up and makes you feel cherished. If this video resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment below and share your stories. We're all in this together. Senior Alex is here to help you navigate these tough waters.